Hi everyone and welcome to Club 1 episode 3 of Rolling in the Isles, an FM20 British Isles Journeyman series with myself here, the United City FM. Welcome to my channel, welcome to this episode. Great to have you with me. So our first club is Cobb Ramblers in the First Division of Republic of Ireland, and I've been in the position for a couple of weeks now. A few weeks. We started off against Drogheda United and lost our first game 2-1, but played reasonably well, I would suggest, for a very first game, and were a little bit unlucky. I then played 3 games since. Galway United, we got a 1-1 draw, which was decent because they're pretty much top of the table. Then we got drawn in the Senior Challenge Cup first round against Cork City, who are a direct rival of us as Cobb Ramblers, and are a division above us in the Premier League of the Republic of Ireland, so they were always going to be tough. And to be honest, they dominated the game quite comfortably, won 4-1, although in the press and all the critiques afterwards suggested that we should have been proud by the fight that we put up. So even though we lost quite comfortably, I would say the difference in class was obvious, and we tried our best, and that was good enough for the people around me, so I'm happy enough with that. Then we came back into the league, into the first division, and played another top side. The first 3 games were really hard because they were all top 5 clubs in the division. We were 6th when we took over, and we're still 6th as we speak. But we played Shelbourne in the next game and got our first win, 2-1 win, very good. I've been rotating the side around a little bit, trying to see who's worth having around and who's not. I'm no nearer really finalising that just yet, but you know, we're getting a few ideas in terms of a couple of the players that we'll look at in a second. For today's game, we've got all Athlone Town. And if we go and have a look at the table, you can see that they're sitting rock bottom at the moment of the table, which of the division, which is good for us in terms of hopefully that will give us an opportunity to pick up some points if we play well enough. And if I just go back to the schedule for a second, you can see we've got Bray, Cabinteely, Limerick, Longford and Wexford still to play in this particular season. The season in Ireland runs from February to November, so you can see that we've got 6 games left. But if we go to the table, you can see Cabinteely, Limerick, Wexford, they're all below us. Bray are the ones slightly ahead of us at the moment that we've still got left to play, but yeah, we've got some decent games coming up to get a few more points, hopefully. And my only intention now, having taken over halfway through the season, is to try and maintain our 6th place finish if we can. I think the gap to 5th is going to be too much, but if I can finish in 6th, then I will be very, very happy with that, and it will give us something to build on through the transfer window at the end of the season, leading into next season, hopefully. So that's where we are in league terms. In terms of player terms, if we go into our squad and have a look around, it's interesting, isn't it? We've got some that are playing quite well. The likes of O'Riordan and Turner on the right wing are both playing quite well. But we've got quite a lot that are struggling to find their form and find some really good performances. And that's probably half about the formation and half about the lack of sort of the sort of connection lines between the players yet aren't there. So we're still building that, and about the system that we're playing and the style of play and all sorts of things that people are trying to get used to, I guess, since I've come in. But I think we're doing all right. And I will, at the moment, take all right until we can get to the end of the season and then reshape the side a little bit, hopefully moving into next season. Then I will expect a little bit more from us, potentially. But for now, it's pretty good. Today, we've got a first division match against Athlone Town. So let's get into today's game and see what happens. So the team that we're going to put out is for this particular game against Athlone Town is Mylod in goal, Fleming at right back, Lyons at left back, central defence of McSweeney and O'Riordan, midfield of Turner, Buckley, Kennedy O'Connor and O'Leary on the left, and Deasy and Murphy up top. So that's what we've settled on, with a bench of Connolly, Taylor, Hurley, O'Rourke, O'Driscoll, O'Neill and Dolan on the bench. So let's get into the game. So in terms of team talk, I've passionately asked them to show me what they can do today. It's got a few people interested in the game, which is good. We're obviously away from home, which makes it a slightly trickier game. We're going to be playing in our claret and blue, and they're going to be playing in their darker blue and black kit. So let's see how we get on. And the first opportunity is for them down their right-hand side on a free kick, it looks like. I guess O'Leary did something there in terms of a challenge that caused that, because the ref was talking to him. Gorman on the ball, strike comes in, and what a great free kick that was. And Mylod didn't get across and cover his near post quick enough, and the ball finds its way into the back of the net. And very early, a couple of minutes in, we find ourselves 1-0 down against the bottom side in the division, which is not a good start at all, is it? Again, it's a highlight for them down the left-hand side. Throw-in comes in, cross comes in, loose ball, and it was booted away, I think possibly by Buckley maybe, and it goes all the way through to the goalkeeper for Athlone Town, and he comes out of his goal quite a long way. Can we get a decent long shot away? No, we can't, and he's back in his goal. But Buckley goes, that's so offside, isn't it? Deasy, I'm sure, didn't I don't know what he was thinking, but he was like a 3 miles offside, I would think, at that point. But at least we got ourselves on the ball a little bit and tried to carve open an opportunity, so I'll take the positives out of that. That looks like it might have gone for a corner kick for us down our right hand side, so the corner will come in from Turner, and it goes to the centre of the 6-yard box. He's half cleared, then booted away by the defending team and out for a throw-in for us down the right-hand side, but the highlight ends at that point. So all in all, I think a reasonable start, having gone 1-0 down. You can see that the match stats suggest that we're lower in the possession, but that's the style of play we have. But we're creating more chances, which is really positive. So ball goes over the top for Murphy, loses out, but then O'Leary regains possession down the left-hand side, back to Lyons. Over the top again for Murphy to run onto it. Shot comes away, but the defender gets in the way, and it ricochets off for a corner kick. And the corner kick over the far side for Turner to send the corner in, but it doesn't clear the first man. But Murphy again picks up the loose ball, which is good, and then unexplainably gives the ball straight away to an attacking player, and they come down the pitch and they gain a throw-in from it. It was very poor. Once we'd regained possession, I was hoping for a little bit more than that, but we give the ball away quite easily at that point, and that takes us through to half time. Several yellow cards around. The match statistics still show similar from earlier in the first half. Possession is a bit more even. We've created a couple more chances, but we haven't taken them yet. And Athlone Town are getting a very comfortable 1-0 win at the moment. So let's go into the team talk. I'm going to say assertively that I'm not happy with that. I expect to see a much better showing from you in the second half is what I will be going for. End the team talk and go straight back into the game at this point. Everybody's sort of reasonably fit to continue the game. So the long ball goes over the top. And is that a second yellow card? That's a second yellow card. Early dismissal in the second half for Gorman, their goal scorer. And that's going to help us tremendously, you would hope, as the match moves on. You can see that Fleming is having a very poor game down the right-hand side. In a second, we're going to take him off if nothing changes. We're going to do that now. I'm not happy with the fact that they've gone down to 10 men, and we haven't been making any inroads on them at all. So Fleming can come off, and Taylor can replace him down that right-hand side. And then further forward, what have we got? We've got O'Connor on a yellow card and a 6.3. So he can come off, and we'll bring Hurley on. And then up top, I want to make a change as well. And we're going to take off Murphy, and we'll bring Dolan on and see whether we can make any inroads there through that. So, yeah, a couple of changes, get some fresh legs on, and see if we can exploit the fact that we've gone up by a man. A good clearance from them, but it goes straight to Lyons, our left back. And okay. I think he was shooting from midway in his own half, but I'm not sure about that. Anyway, Athlone Town come back with the ball down their left-hand side. Cross comes into the far post. Lions with a header clear, and O'Leary picks up the loose ball and gets an opportunity to run it away from our defensive area, which is good. Over the top for Dolan, and Dolan with a shot, and it goes narrowly wide. Unfortunate for Dolan there, but a decent run down the left-hand side by O'Leary. But I'm still completely dumbfounded by the shot that Lions seem to have taken from halfway in our own half, and it looks like we're going to get a very, very poor 1-0 defeat against bottom of the table, and I'm just really disappointed by that. We played so well in the last match to get the slightest bit of momentum, I hoped, and it's just been taken away again. I think we should sympathise with the team. I'm not sympathising with that at all. I'm going to be angry at that. It's not good enough. We're going to have to really instill some fight into this side, it feels like. I'm not going to be sort of appeasing people when they don't perform as well as they should do, and that wasn't a good enough performance, so I'm going to tell them such. I did. They seemed motivated and fired up because of it, and that's the sort of response I'm looking for. We stay in 6th for now, but there's a couple of teams below us that have still got their 22nd match to play, so that might change. Ramblers made to rue missed chances, and that's the problem, isn't it? We weren't putting the ball in the back of the net when we had those chances. We created enough and didn't convert any. So that's something that we're going to have to work on. But that will do it for today's match. If we go and have a look at the schedule again and just check where we're going to come back. To be honest, we've got 5 games left, so I might just play most of the remainder of this season and come back for the last game to show you where we finish in this season, and then we'll move forward from that point, knowing that from this point onwards it's going to be more my side and something that I create having got to the end of this season. And so that's, I think, what we're going to do. I'll play Bray and Cabinteely and Limerick and Longford, and we'll come back for Wexford for the last game of the season. I'll fill you in on where we are, and then we can move forward into next season, hopefully with a little bit more purpose about us, hopefully, having started from the beginning with them in that season. So that will be it for today. Thank you very much for joining me for this particular episode. If you're enjoying the series, why not subscribe to the channel? A couple have been doing that recently, which is brilliant to see. The more I get, the bigger my channel will get, and the more views I'll get, which is what ultimately I'm here for. So keep on hitting that subscribe button. If you like this particular episode, then why not click a like on it for me? Help me get seen by lots more people. That's how YouTube works. If you're playing FM20 yourself, then let me know how you're getting on in the comments below. Always interested to hear your story. But until next time, take care of yourselves. I will see you soon, and bye for now.